Trinesha Catrell, and welcome to First Love Yourself, where love, life, and Christ combine. I am so grateful to have you here on this journey of self discovery and empowerment with me. In today's video, we are going to talk about remembering. But before we get started, if you're new here, go ahead and give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on more uplifting and empowering content like this. So get comfortable because we are about to get into it. Let's go. Okay, so earlier today, I am just going through the Bible and reading different stuff. I'm learning different stuff about myself. And as I'm learning, I feel like every day I learn something new about myself. I learn the things that I do like, that I don't like. I learn the things that irritate me, the things that I love to do that bring me joy. I start to learn like all of these little tiny things about myself that maybe I wouldn't have known in the past if I hadn't taken the time to learn about myself. And I think it's so cool when every day you can learn where you need more healing at, where you can learn that you are good in this area. And maybe it was a weakness in the past where I learned that, oh, I might not know all the answers, but I'm willing to learn. Like I'm willing to be on the journey and just continue to just have faith. And in the moments when I don't have faith, I'm willing to pray. I'm willing to seek God regardless and to still thank Him. One of the things I like to do that really helps me a lot is when I don't know what to do, when I'm feeling stuck, when I feel like I don't have no direction, when I'm feeling like, oh my gosh, life just seems like it's lifing, it's going whatever direction it wants to go. Even if something disappointing happens, I just say thank you, God. Because I don't know what was about to happen, but I know that everything is working for the good of those that believe in God and are called according to His purpose. So I'm like, if something happened in my life, good, bad, or indifferent, it's all working out for my benefit. So I can't worry about it. I can't just harp on anything. I just need to be focused on being a better person and being in purpose. And sometimes that looks like the three things that I'm about to list. The first thing is to represent yourself. When you're going through life, sometimes I forget that people are paying attention to me because I feel invisible, right? So when people see me, sometimes I'll be like, oh my gosh, they can see me. Then I'm like, hold on, I'm not a ghost, obviously. People can see me, but it's so funny though. Like I get like a little like, what? And then I'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, people can obviously see me. And so once I get past that, then I'm like, okay, if people can see me and there are people that are paying attention, then I need to make sure that I'm representing myself in the right way. I need to make sure that when I'm speaking, when I'm talking, when I'm doing different things in life, that I'm being a good example for younger people, that I'm being a good example for the people around me, because you never know what part of you people are going to pick up on. And I'm not going to be perfect ever. But I am willing to try to be the best version of myself so that when people need someone to talk to, they can see that I'm a safe space. They can see that it's a good place right here to, with no judgment, to feel safe and seen, and to know that I hear you, that I'm listening to you, that I really do care about your feelings, what it is that you're going through, and everything else. Sometimes people will be saying things, and I'll be in the store or something, and we'll have a conversation, and they'll say, oh yeah, this and this, and I'll say, okay, well, how are you feeling? Because people ask how are you all the time, but people don't normally ask how are you feeling. But when I like break it down like that, most people will start talking about their whole life, and I'm like, okay, they've been holding this one in. They didn't really needed somebody to talk to. And so we'll like converse, and we'll have a conversation about the things that they're going through. And you can see like a weight lifted off their shoulders. And I'm like, this is what I live for. This is why I'm here. Right. And so whenever I'm around people, I try to always make sure that, one, I'm listening, I'm seeking to listen and understand, and not just seeking to wait for a response so that I can respond back to something that they're saying. Like if they say something, I don't need to be talking over them. My opinion is not the only one that matters. I might think that I'm right. They might think that they're right. But the most important thing is to be able to listen to someone else's opinion, even if I don't agree with them, because I never know what I'm going to be able to take from the conversation. And so I always try to look at it like that. Sometimes I'll be in my feelings and I'll be like, but, and then I'm like, I got to catch myself, because I'm like, hold on, whatever they're saying matters as well. Like, I'm not the only person that matters. I got to make sure I consider other people's feelings. And so I'll be like, okay. And I like wait a second and then listen and then repeat back what they said and then respond. But do I do this perfectly every time? No. I'm always working to try to like improve communication so that I can be a better communicator, so that other people that I'm talking to can know that, hey, I'm listening. And the best way to listen is to hear, to listen, to stop, to speak, to respond. to respond and then speak last. And so when you're representing yourself, emotional intelligence, your physical appearance, and the things that you're doing all matter. I know people want to say, well, it's what's on the inside that matters. It is, but don't nobody know that you're cute unless you look cute on the outside. And that does not mean that you look like somebody on a magazine or like every other person in the world. That means that you feel confident in what it is that you're wearing. You feel confident in your body. You feel confident in the way that you are presenting yourself because you want to be the best version of yourself. And that's not going to look like me. It's not going to look like any person in entertainment. Is going to look like you. So whatever you feel the most confident in, whatever you feel like you don't have to pull down or pull up or do anything extra with, then and you still feel confident in, or you don't have to be doing the most, then that's you. That's where you live. And so when you're going different places, it's always good to be representing yourself to the best of your ability, because you never know if a new job is going to see you in that environment and they want to hire you because of how you represented it yourself. You don't know if an older person is going to like reach out to you and have a grandson or somebody that they trying to hook you up with. Just kidding. But seriously, you really just don't know how, when you're representing yourself in different environments, how people are going to take that. And it might be a new business adventure. It might be you being able to go into your dream house and maybe other people are bidding on it or something. And because of your personality, because of how you represented yourself, you are able to be able to hold this property. You're able to get this property because of how you represented yourself. So whenever you're doing anything around the house, going out and about, whatever, it's for you. So you need to make sure that you feel the most confident at home, out in the grocery store, in the mall, wherever it is that you frequent. Like, make sure that you really feel confident. And so I think that is so important. And it's not just about what you can get out of it. Sometimes it's about what you can pour into other people. When younger people see you dressed modestly, or they see you dressed a certain way, sometimes they want to emulate that because the styles get more and more, it's less and less clothing. Just kidding. No, but it's not about the clothing. It's about them feeling confident and being able to respect themselves, and you respecting yourself. And when younger people see you respect yourself, they respect themselves because they know you respect you. So, and it's not just younger, it's older people, it's everyone. Sometimes it's that newly divorced older lady that's like, okay, I want to still be fashionable, but I don't want to be doing the most just to get attention. And so that would be something that they would be able to emulate. The next thing is to remember. I'm going to put remember in the middle. I was going to do it last, but I'm going to do it next. You got to always remember who you are. I know I say that in every single video, but sometimes life gets so hectic that you forget who you are. Like, you meet so many people that try to tell you that you're not anything, that you're not enough, that you're not good enough, that you don't do this the right way, you don't do that the right way, that sometimes it's hard to remember to believe in yourself. Sometimes it's hard to remember why you started in the first place, or why these things matter to you. And you might feel like, well, if I compromise a little bit, but there is never a good reason to compromise your integrity for anything, ever. Like, it might seem like at the moment it's a good decision, but in long term, it's never a good decision to compromise your integrity or who you really are for anyone else. Respect and honoring yourself is always more important than anything else in the world. So when you're going through something, always remember why you started, who you are. Remember what it is that you want to emulate, what it is that you're trying to portray when you're doing different things, because sometimes just when you're going through life and you forget the reasons why, that's why you end up compromising. That's why you end up not setting boundaries, not doing the things that you need to do in life. And I got this book that was, someone in my life told me, hey, someone suggested this book to me and they were telling other people about it. So I got it. I know, right? So I got this book and I've been reading it, and it's about creating healthy boundaries without compromising yourself. I definitely suggest, it's like a little short read. It's really good to have. I done created a web in the book. I mean, I put in some real work up in this book. I done wrote down names. I'm not gonna put it on the screen, but from far away, yeah, there's some names and stuff in there of different things that I need to do to make sure that I create good boundaries in my life, so that I can remember the reason why I'm doing this in the first place. Like, I'm not setting boundaries just so I could be like a mean person and cruel to people. I'm setting boundaries so that I can pour into myself, so that I can help. So I will be able to pour into the world. I can't pour into the world on empty. because I'm draining my life by giving it to people that don't deserve it. I can only pour into other people if I'm giving to people who actually are pouring into me. So setting those healthy, sorry, it's the allergies. So pouring into people who really help me be able to be the best version of myself. And that's not going to look like everybody else. It's not going to look like my cutoff game is strong and I just need to get rid of everybody. It's going to look like, okay, I have a time limit for certain people, or they can't be a part of my life because I just, it's not healthy, you know. So you have to really sit and think about what it is that you really need in your life and remember the reasons why you're doing it, so that you can stick to it, so that you have healthy standards and boundaries, so that you always remember who you are. The last thing, but certainly not the least, is reset. I know people always want to complain, not always, but most of the time people complain about starting over. They're like, I'm 40 some years old. I can't start over now. Or they'll be like, oh, I got to do this again. Or they have to start a whole new career because, you know, the other career didn't work out or the old relationship didn't work out, whatever it is. You know, resets are not necessarily a bad thing. They're the thing that refreshes you. It can refresh your mind, your body, and your soul. Sometimes mentally, maybe you haven't been in school for like 15 years. So you resetting, refreshing your memory and learning new techniques is something that will be able to help you improve in life. You resetting your body and training your muscles so that you can get stronger is not a bad thing for you to gain more strength in your life. And mentally, physically, emotionally, becoming more emotionally intelligent is you are never too old to learn how to become more emotionally intelligent. We have this myth out there where we like to say things that, oh, with age comes wisdom. There's some real old people that are not wise. I'm sorry to be so harsh in this video, but it's so true. Like, wisdom comes with people who are actually willing to take knowledge and implement it into their lives in a healthy, really productive, instructive way, like constructive way. It's not just about somebody being 99 years old. When I'm 99, I still want to be learning. I don't ever want to be any age older or this age or any age older pretending like I know everything. When I meet a person that thinks they know everything, that is the scariest individual I will ever meet in my life. I don't ever want to be that person because I always want to be willing to learn and grow and improve and become a better person, regardless of what age I am. And I can always learn from somebody younger than me, the same age, or older than me. The age does not mean that they are wise. I done met some real young people that's got wisdom the 86-year-old is supposed to have. And I'm like, talk that talk because if I can learn something, I'm trying to learn. And so when we're going through life, don't think of resets as a bad thing. And speaking of resets, I have decided that I'm going to redo schedules for lives. I know people are like, what? I like having the lives every day, and I really enjoy having people tune in and support the channel and all of the things. But I also want to make sure that I'm producing more products and my entrepreneurial endeavors and doing all of these other business things and with travel and all of those things. And so when I'm doing that, I'm going to need more time to put into emails and different products that I'm producing and all of the things. And so I'm going to be doing live starting in April on only Mondays and Fridays. So I will definitely still be here. I'll definitely still drop some knowledge, some jewels, and I'll try to make the content as educational as possible. And I'll try to implement all of the things that I've learned throughout that week in that video so that you'll get some good nuggets and it won't just be fluff, you know, or it won't just be like one quick thing. It'll be something that is really going to have some meat to it so it can really help your life and bless your life. So stay tuned. I will definitely still be here probably for this week, not Saturday because I don't usually do lives on Saturdays, but I'll still be here Sunday. And then once April starts, I will start doing videos on Mondays and Wednesdays. So the Monday and Wednesday, it's not going to be a set time. It'll probably still be around like 5-ish or something like that, like usual. But I'm going to be dropping those on Mondays and Wednesdays. The only thing about doing it on the phone, it'll pause and then go back to it. So it kind of throws off the whole thing. But that's neither here nor there. Videos Monday and Wednesday. Thank you so much for being a part of this channel. Thank you so much for tuning in, for doing all the things. I really appreciate your support. I appreciate you being here, tuning into the channel at Trinesha Catrell on YouTube, Instagram, all of the social media. Thank you so much for being a part of this, and I will see you guys on Sunday. Have a good, amazing, fantastic Friday. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.